I bought Melco during right after 9/11, because the financial markets were down and people globally were extremely down on asset prices at the time. And so I made my move. I saw that as an opportunity because I believed in the future. And when we did, Macau was a very different place back in 2002, 2003. And so although I didn't have a gaming concession then, I made use of the opportunity to partner up with an existing gaming concessionaire, my father's company, SJM. And slot machine wasn't a big thing that they focused on. And so I said, look, we'll do the slot machine, we'll give you 50% of the revenue. So it was a very sweet deal for them because they had a license. But it also got me into the industry. And we did very well. The most important thing that we've ever done, and I have to thank James Packer for supporting me and doing it with me, was buying our own gaming concession from Wynn Resorts and Steve Wynn at the time for $900 million in 2006. That was the turning point in my life, in my company as well. And so once we controlled our own fate and destiny, I think we were much better off. And 900 million, nowadays doesn't sound that much for a gaming license because many people would gladly pay it. But at the time, people thought we were just crazy, insane. The two young guys, they're gonna lose their shirts. But that's what has really set us apart. Continue to evolve the business. When we built House of Dancing Water, everybody said, you guys are crazy again. You spent $300 million on this. During the global financial crisis, $300 million on a show when all of your guests in Macau, nobody wants to sit through a 90-minute show because they don't have the patience. And of course, the House of Dancing Water is one of the most well-established brands in China now, and has really what set us apart from our competition in Macau. At Melco, we're very good with partnerships as well. In the gaming world, partnerships have never worked well. If you look at Wynn and Okada, Las Vegas Sands and Galaxy, they always end in dispute and lawsuits and gets very ugly. But Melco, we've always done well with partnerships. Macau started off being a partnership between myself and Crown of Australia. And even though that partnership ended, but James and I are still very, very good friends. It was just so happened a time where James wanted to refocus on his domestic Australian assets and take down debt. But I wouldn't blink for a second if James wanted to do another partnership somewhere else in the world. That's how good our relationship is. In Manila, it's a partnership between us and SM Group, the biggest conglomerate down there. And in Cyprus, we have a great partnership with the CNS Group, again, the biggest conglomerate in that country. So we've always had, in different ways of partnerships, and we're very open-minded as an organization in terms of how to work together. Well, Cyprus is a bit different, although it's part of the One Belt, One Road initiative from China. Right now, there aren't many businesses, Chinese businesses or Chinese interests in Cyprus. I think in due course, given Cyprus ports and given its development, there will be more Chinese businesses. And traditionally, we focus much more on Asia. And so this is our first project in the EU, in the European Union. But the way I see it is, for Cyprus, it's geographically in an amazing location. It's the gateway to Europe. It's 30 minutes from Israel. It's the closest gaming allowed jurisdiction to the Middle East. And so it's a whole new dynamic, and their existing tourism economy is developing with a lot of Russian and also British guests. So I think Cyprus is going to be a new experiment for us, and we're forecasting that I think second year of operations, we're going to be 4% of their entire country's GDP.